Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Manor Lords. Alright, we are going to start a new game here. Done some playing around with it, even posted a couple of videos. And some live streams. But we're going to start with some suggestions here right off the bat. Actually, let's go ahead and change our name, even though Ditz is pretty good. Dietz. I think as many years as I've messed around with the keyboard, I could just do it without looking. But, you know, that takes... I'm going to work on that. Alright. Video day. I'll pick this one. Bearded bald guy. Sounds appropriate. Now, there is currently a bug if your village gets raided. And they come with a lot of raiders. 72 raiders come down. And sometimes you're maybe 2 years into your village. I will usually generally have maybe a total of 17 troops by the time I get raided, which isn't bad. You lose a raid or whatever else, but the problem is there's a bug that kind of comes along with it. So I don't know if it's the fact that your troops get killed or after your troops get killed and then they come into the village and burn down all the houses and kill some people. It may be a combination of them both, and it seems to only happen with the raids. Now I do have a video up, and I'll tell you anyway what it is that you get a cold debuff and a homeless debuff, even if you rebuild burbages. What they call them? The houses. Anyway, you rebuild the houses. However, if once you rebuild the houses and they don't move in, if you destroy the church, destroy every home that doesn't have anyone in it, and then build them back, they will fill back up again. But the cold debuff that stays on them while they're crying in the church yard next to the graves, it doesn't seem to ever go away, no matter what you wind up doing with it. So, to keep that from happening, until they fix it at least, I suggest just hitting raider frequency to none, because it's the raid every single time. The bandits don't come across unless you try to come up to them. The other guy's troops that's off the map, that you're playing against, really, those troops don't come and get you. The only battle you do is with bandit camps and things like that, which is fine. I wish I could keep the raider frequency, but there's just too much in the way of bugs to mess with it right now. I know it's early access. They're going to fix it. I'm sure they know of it because there's been a lot of people talking about it. But yeah, if you want more explanation than that, check out my video I did yesterday. It brings you up to speed on what that bug and cold debuff is. So, with that said, let us move to... Yeah, and if you click on the picture, you're going to have to do that. So, no raider frequency. But everything else stays the same. Let me begin. Team really wants me to know that I have friends playing other games. They really want me to know this. Got it. Alright. So let's pause right off the bat here and see what we're working with. We got a large deposit of... rich deposit of berries and iron. That's good. Animals, clay, stone. Let's take a look at... We hit construction hammer, and then do emery. Not great, but not terrible. Over on this side, close to the edge of the map, we do have some room to plant maybe some wheat. Flax looks terrible. Barley, rye. Rye can come about later. You have to unlock that, though. Where do you unlock that at? That is cultivation of rye. I'd really want to do this on a map that really is good for farming. I might take over a territory that is. Matter of fact, that is the plan. This berry one is great. It was kind of this area. But we do have a large iron deposit. We're going to exporting. I think we'll take this and maybe get us a passive income of meat. We have a rich berry thing already. You only get 6 points. So 1, and then 2, 3... 4. That helps you make helmets, armor making, plate armor. I don't think we need to get up to mail and master armor making. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the trade down to maximum of 25. No, actually, you know what? We probably skip that because we're going to be exporting a lot of this stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5. You go 6 here with the berries. These were available. I might stroll down into this one to see what that is, to keep up with the mining, but maybe start off with these two and then roll into the mining aspect of it, and then finish it up with the sheep to get the wool, and that way we can trade clothes as well. I think that may be the way to go with this. Alright, let us begin. We're starting camp again, all the way up here. And our planting area is really close to our berries as well. I don't particularly care for that. Get a road going up through where we're close to the berries. We can get a hunter's camp, probably really close, maybe. We can get one in there, I think. Get one right inside there. Alright. Which means our village is probably going to start out. We just start right here at this little hump and work our way through. Something like that. And we'll start with wood down this way. Alright. We have a plan. Let us begin. Alright, so we want to get logging camp up first. We're going to put that down. Turn that around a little bit. Oh, hello. Quit snapping to the road. Just do what I want. Thank you. Put that right up in there. That. Connect this road to it. Go ahead and sign this up. Oh, we're going to build that first. We're on pause. Take it off pause. Firewood's going to be next. I'm going to put that on the opposite side here. There we go. This down. Good. Next we're going to need start on these berries. We already did a little thing for that. So in the gathering, forager's hut, that is going to go right there. And hunter's lodge. We're not going to have enough people for that just yet. If it highlights the red area, I believe it's cutting into the amount of wildlife that's there. So I'm going to put it just off the... Let's see if that messes with it. Let me know that it's in the range of that. Maybe that's what you need to do. Alright, what else we got going here? I think that is enough to start. Let's crank up the speed here a little bit. Get going. We are going to edit the video down a little bit just so you don't see a lot of the pauses and breaks in here, because this really does take a while in some of these. Where's our nearest bandit camp? Do we have one yet? No, it's over. We're not going to start on the iron just yet. Got it. Claim other regions. Now that we've got the woodcutter in place, we did put somebody in there, right? Oh, we're still building it. Good night. Crank this all the way up. See if we can't get them going here. Generally, don't write them back. I just hit end conversation. You can threaten them. You can do all kinds of things, but one goes in there. They haven't done that yet. Have they done? They've done the hunting. They have not done that one yet. I think berries are going to be more important, so why don't we go ahead and slap as soon as we get the firewood done. Actually, they're going to go do that next anyway, so it doesn't matter. Firewood, definitely get somebody. Got to keep the fuel up, got to keep the food up. And that's what this little barrel right here is. It tells you how many months supply of each that you have. We currently have 3 months of food, but no. And the fortress hut is done. Somebody goes directly in there. Over here you have the families. Anything in this thing are your builders. Most of the time probably going to keep it at 1. This is your living space. They're working on all of this to give you more information in here. That's your approval. You got a little bit of money to start, and again, the number of months you have of your main commodities. Alright, so we will slap somebody in the hunter camp until I realize what I'm missing and why I have that extra person. I am going to also get where we put our market here. So if this is where our houses are going to start, don't really want them. Maybe I'll put the market down here a little bit. May not be a bad idea. Kind of do something like this. Yeah, a little bit further. We'll slap a market in here, just so they can start setting up for firewood and everything else. I think market, yeah, it's under here. Got it. It's not going to be too big to start with. We're just going to try to do something like this. 27, 25. That'll work perfect there. No reason to get fancy. Got it. And then right across from it, we're going to go in here and we're going to put storehouse and a granary. These, yep. Once we have planks, I think it is, we'll upgrade to this. You need 2 planks for that. But we're going to get caught up on wood and fuel here before we do anything. You're working away. Important thing to remember here on the logging camps down here. Currently, there's no storage in your storage space or granary or any place like that for regular logs. All of it's going to be stored here. So even though you don't have enough people to run them, if you were to put an extra woodcutter, no, logging camp, and like line it up, maybe up against here, right? And then we can connect that with a road. You should be able to use this for, my son just scared the shit out of me, so you should be able to use this for storage. Eventually you can put somebody else in there or whatever, but you can see how fast they're chopping down trees and stuff. So you really want to kind of get this going for just really storage purposes. You start storing stuff in here, right there. Because you can only carry 28 logs in that camp. You know? You can't do the same with firewood, because you can store firewood in your storage house here, the firewood, but here you only get timber 18. If you click on it, log storage 18 to 28, and that's in here. So what's that? 54. 50. Is it 54? No, it's 56, right? I don't know. Florida education at work. So anyway. It's 56. I see how long I had to do that? That's crazy. That's what happens, man. All right, so we got the granary up, we got the storehouse up. Our next two, we're going to bring it now. Now we need the houses. Because right now we're already going to get a homelessness debuff at -4. So housing is going to be super important here. And we're going to go ahead and start right here. And give them nice long plots, though. And you want to want 4 kind of right off the bat. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and make that 5, 6. Currently have 10 for one reason or another. That'll become 13, 14 or something there by the time these get built. I guess family comes to stay with them. So you have the one settler here, and then once they settle in, you'll see that their family joins them, and it'll be 2 more. It's 3 per house. So there you go with that. I really dry mouth. Alright, what else do we have going here? We're going to want to work on the aesthetics here. We got a lot of stuff going here. Man, we're just farming those guys right out. So in the logging camp, if you look down into here, you can set your hunting limit. So you'd never want it to go, I have this never wanting to go below 10. So we've already hunted our maximum amount, which is why we're going to go for this trap one right here. And then, boy, it'd be nice to kind of, I don't know, we'll think about it. It'd be nice to get double meat for harvesting and just have this place work off harvesting and then opening up a farming area in our next one. Which area would that be? Might be over here. This is the one that we're going to want. Oops, sorry. And this area is Waldbrand. So we need to kind of move on that. Maybe march with some bandit camps early. Otherwise, that is one of the ones that the Baron von... What is his name? Adalbert von... Baron... Anyway, old Voldy here. I don't know why I called him Voldy, but you know what? I'm going to stick with it because I like it. Alright. What else can we do here? A logging camp. Good. Storage here. Yep. We got some storage for logs. So if you ever get to the point where, you know, your logging camps don't seem to be getting you any logs, it's simply because there's not storage elsewhere for it. Now, eventually, I'm going to guess that under this section, there's going to wind up being a logging storage of some kind. I don't think they'll combine it with the regular storehouse, so that way you don't have to build multiple logging camps like this. But for the cost of two timber, you can get yourself an extra 28 slots, and they'll keep going. Well, we got one. Not building them in the right order, but that's okay. Berry stolen by bandits. Sons of bulbuses.
Splendid work on the roof, good sirs.
Yep, see that family members join one of the settlers. So now there should be 3 people in here. Well, this one... 3's already joined. How about this one? We'll wait for it to get done. There we go. People. They were already here. I guess they're together, and... going to be a family member that joins them, because there's generally 3. Oh, they already told him that is the one family member.
Who approved this construction plan? A blind man or a fool? Or perhaps a blind fool?
Easy on the construction, dude. There we go. Family members join settlers. Yep, so They move in after you build it. You can see up here we're up to 14, and this will give us enough. One person will move in here, and their family will move in with them, and this will be extra. Because right now you still have homelessness, down to 36 approval. Every time you get a warning, it takes you down to normal speed also. So anytime you hear that boop boop, whatever the sound is, check your speed, because it'll reset you to normal speed. We're up to 15 months here, 20 months of food, 15 months of fuel. That is mainly because of our berries. There we go. We got us a point. I think we're honestly going to go right off the bat firewood. I really want to see what this does, so I'm going to take it. It could be a mistake, but I'm going to try it. Telling us we can form a militia, you automatically come with 20 large shields and 20 spears, so you can field a army of 20 militia, and that's going to be these guys right here. The spear, got it. You see we got 10 of 36. That goes off your population. We only have 20 spears and 20 large shields, so unless we trade and bring some in, which is going to be really expensive, you're only going to get about 20. But that's plenty for the bandit camps. Alright, let's start getting these guys up here. Wish they would build this one already. We'll start over here. This one's going to specialize in vegetables, because they got a bigger block. This one's a little on the smaller side. We'll go chickens. And I think that's going to be all the money we have. Yes. Can't afford anything until we fill these coffers. See, we're up to 15 population, but only one family still assigned to build. And that's because when you assign someone, say, to the hunting camp or the granary or anything like that, it's a family. So it's 3 people working that. Usually one will build a stall here, food stall, and a firewood stall here in the market. That way people can get them. And the other ones are transporting and doing the work. So, yeah. And now I remember what I forgot. It's the forester. Yep. We need more families. Yep. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and build a forester. I'm going to put it right there. How we doing on timber? 40 timber, no planks, 10 stone. This is taking forever because we apparently got another alert and knocked us back to regular time. Look here, we have 31 meat, 62 berries. Doing good on the meat. Maybe that helped out a little bit. Taking the meat perk, or the hunting perk. Good. Alright. These are all cleared out, but as you can see, all the supplies are still here on the ground. They will degrade over time. The hitching post can definitely move. Makes sense to be over here somewhere. But we're going to put it right maybe here. That'll work. We're going to go ahead and make that a highest priority. So, because if you don't have a hitching post, you're 1 ox, which is my ox. Where are you? Probably over here by the logging camps I'm going to get. There. Yeah, Fritz is our ox. And Fritz will... I don't care. If I forgot a friend... No, Steve's going crazy. It's alerted me that the same friend is playing the same game at least 20 times now.
Don't forget to check the level of the foundation.
And once we get about 17, 18 people, still won't have anyone that moved into this one. We got the hitching post done, but we need to put people into here, so I'm going to need 1 for here, 1 for the granary. Otherwise, they go around and pick stuff up. Then, like this stuff here, hanging out in the open, they collect the meat from the hunting camp. They'll collect the wood from here, and they'll move it around. We also want someone who's guiding the ox, so we need 1 for there. So that's 1, 2, 3 families we need right off the bat. And 4 for the forester camp over here. Forester side. So, need to build some more burbages. Here we go. Breaking into any materials here. That looks good. This is just the outer edge of what we're doing. Let's go ahead and... We got 12 months of food and fuel. So we'll get another one going here. That's actually probably good. Right there. 8 timber. Bam. You see the homeless debuff is finally worn off. We got up to plus 11, so it took us a little longer to get the houses in there than I would have liked, but we are up from a 37 to a 44, so we are moving. And Bandits just stole 9 meat. How many people we put in our militia now? Still only 10. This is getting ridiculous. It's Steam. How do I turn this off? Friend notifications? Friends. I have no idea. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to put up with it. Keeps covering up my speed things when I want to look down here at what speed I'm going at. Every time it gives me a notification. Little things, huh? This road needs to bend out here now that I can get it. Might be a good place for the church and for the manor. We won't be breaking through the trees this way because we don't want to disrupt the berries. Can build a little bit out here and here. We already know that this area here, if we want to grow wheat, we could probably do a little bit there. But I think we're trying to stick with the foraging as long as we can here. And then maybe break into that other area and make farms there. Now, I believe you can trade between the settlements. I haven't done it yet. But there is the pack station. Use this building to set up a barter connection, allowing you to send and receive goods between this and another region in your command. So, not too bad. And I like building into trees here as well because you save some trees in between in the yards if they don't get knocked down, so that way it kind of looks a little bit more realistic. Exactly breaking any records here on people moving in. Also, I see people rushing to get their houses to level 2 as quickly as they can. You know, if you're rushing like a military style and you want somebody to make bows and stuff like that for you, that's a smart idea. But now that we have raiding turned off, we're just up against bandit camps. I'm not going to rush that because once you do, you have to be sure about your food supply and your fuel supply. Because if they don't get what they need, so that down here they have what they need for the next tier of housing. So you fill this in, all we need really now is somebody to work on the leather goods and we can move them up. And you can build things over here in this area. However, like if you start losing some of your meat or the berries or one of them runs out, like in the winter, berries are going to run out. And one of these diamonds will go away and then you'll have a thumbs down debuff down here and your approval will stop dropping. If your approval's not above 50%, you're not getting people to move in. And if it gets low enough, I imagine they leave. I haven't had it happen to me yet. So maybe if I click on that, maybe. Again, I got a notification that same friend is playing the same game. Has it ever happened to anyone? Leave it in the comments below if they have. If you don't mind. Alright, how we doing? Okay. Get our approval level up. I'd say I'd put in a tannery so that we can get people up and give people cloaks and stuff. The fact of the matter is, I don't have the people to fill it. I'm already running out of wood over here because I don't have 45 timber. That will be fine. This forester hut running. And I'm on pause. How do I get to pause? There we go. Sure, I did it myself on that one. Just want to make sure we have plenty for everybody to move into. We're not dropping on our stocks here. That's all of our... Nope, got one more extra house. 48%. 50 people will start moving in. And again, we're going to fill storehouse, greenery, hitching post. Actually, we'll probably do forester hut and then do those 3. Because it really does help move things along if you got somebody on each of these locations. Not to mention the fact that they open up another marketplace in here as well. Alright, so that's telling me that the seasonal resources, as it gets closer to winter, this deposit will start shrinking and we'll run out of berries. But currently we have 92 berries, 14 meat, 1 egg. And that's from the eggs from in here. No vegetables, of course, yet. Probably get about a year to get that going. 26 hides, so we could definitely open up a weaver. No, a tannery. And they'll do leather. And they count that as a clothing good. So they can make like cloaks and things like that. And 5 of those hides are gone because of bandits. I'm going to wait until we get up to 17 in here. And then we're going to go bandit hunting. Alright, we're at 50%. Oh, 51%, I guess. Once your thumbs up over here, approval goes to green. Should do here in just a minute. There we go. Green. And then we might get somebody moving in. We have 1, and I believe this is 2, 3, 4, 5 available houses. Occurs to me that I never checked. Make sure everything's running correctly. Yep. Things running good. Alright, back down to 50%. We lost 1%. Back up to 51. I want to stay in the green.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
They like to complain a lot if you get in here. Listen to them. Nope. Nothing there. Alright, families, come on in. Come join. And we're down to 48. There's a malfunction over here. Might be that bandit camp. I don't know. Kind of a wait and see at this point. We were up to 53 and then we dropped down to 48 again, so I don't know what's, yeah, it might be bandits. Look at that. 4 more meat stolen.
This is heavier than it looks.
Pretty much be assured that, I'm looking at this bandit camp here, coming close to it, you'll see them all around here. See, I just got that notification of bandit camp sighted. That brought me once again back down to, hey, look, I have a friend playing Guilty Gear Strive. Need to know that. Alright. But you can bet there's at least 16 in here. So going in with 10, with just spears and large shields, not going to be a fight in our favor. So we got to just kind of wait for us to get more people in. 55% now. Still only one family on construction, so we just wait and see. Oh, and there you go. See, another ruler's army has come into the area, so it took too long for us to get our population up. Excuse me. Let's see if we can find the other ruler's army coming in. They're over here. You can see they've got tons of troops, and they are going to move on this bandit camp. We want... This is the area with all the good... Yeah, that's good fertility. Actually, this isn't bad fertility either. Whoa, there's another bandit camp over here. Yep, we got about the same amount. But they're going to come in and they're going to tackle these bandit camps. A lot of times they'll just leave the camp there with no one in it. If that happens, you can go over to the camp with your troops and then just collect the coin out of the camps. And at least you have some coin in there. But you lose the influence points here that you need to be able to claim land. So it's best that you take your troops out here and clear the camps if you have enough as soon as you can. But now that they're in the region, they're just going to go through and clear them all and gain all that influence on their own and then claim land that you're going to want. And we are struggling to put families in here. All right, come on. Somebody move in. There's one. Goodness. All right, that's going to go in the foresters. We'll do them all a favor and... right like this. Kind of gritty, but at least they've got the option to walk down this way instead of all the way over here and then back across. Does kind of matter in this game. 55% again. Come on, more families. Need 3 more. We have 4 more houses. Enemy units has been spotted. What's going on there? Just yeah, because they come out of their camp. There's exactly 16. It's just an overwhelming force to bring. And I found if you keep watching this and watch them destroy that, then they go and clear that camp. Sometimes, if you don't watch them, they won't clear that camp and you can go collect the money. But honestly, we would want to be taking out those bandit camps on our own and collecting the reward. Right now, we can only field 11. And 11 of us against 16 bandits, not going to be a good time. Even if you put yourself on defensive. So, once we'll get there. But the minute you claim land that he's claimed, what'll happen is he'll just say, oh, fine, and send his troops over here, which we don't want. Because we don't have nearly that many troops to defend that gaggle of troops that he just sent in there for 16 bandits. Yep, and he's claiming this one. Went directly to our left or right regarding our neighbor over here. This is kind of the one that we want. The fertile land, it's got berries. This would be a really good one to pick up. Nice place for a settlement. Already got some infrastructure in here with the mill and the granary. Really want to kind of get this one. Looks like we may have got... No, there's another iron over here. But we got lucky here. We picked up iron, so that's why we're going to go. Hey, we got another family member. Gonna put them on the hitching post.